everybody, it's me, Megan, and this video is going to be about how I take care of my hair while I'm in an install. So basically, this will be my install regimen. So the hair that I have had in for about 8 weeks now is Adoralux hair, and this is Brazilian loose wave, and it's holding up pretty good, and I really love my install just because it's also helping me stretch my relaxers. So far, I think right now I am about 16 weeks because, no, I'm about close to more like 18 to 20 weeks. I kind of lost count because I know when I got my install I was around like 10 weeks post or so. So on to the video, I just wanted to give you guys that information really quick. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I have been doing to care for my hair underneath and my total install maintenance overall. A lot of you guys may know that Micah B did my install from seeing some of those past videos, and I will link some of those past videos down in this description below this video. So she actually put my install in, and every 2 weeks I would go to her. Ooh, my throat dry. Every 2 weeks I would go to her and she would wash and condition my hair. So that'd be every 2 weeks. Now, in between salon visits, what I would do is, so I will oil my scalp down between 1 and 2 times a week between salon visits, and I'm going to show you the products that I found myself grabbing more towards. One of the first products I have been liking to oil my scalp down, and of course when I oil my scalp down I'll use it in like an applicator bottle like this with a tip. And because you guys know I do have a hair net in my hair for my install, and using the applicator, it really actually goes through the hair net, so I didn't have a problem with reaching my scalp and massaging my scalp and my braids and making sure it's moisturized. So the product that I need to show y'all is the African Pride Olive Miracle Anti-Breakage Formula Maximum Strengthening Growth Oil. That's a long title. So this is what it looks like, and it's really kind of thin and lightweight. So I like using that, but the thing that I grabbed for the most that I really enjoyed and love, because it's a natural oil, is the Spectrum Coconut Oil, and this is what it looks like. And the reason why I kind of grabbed for this one, I grabbed for both products, but I prefer to use this a little more over this one because it's a natural oil and it will absorb into my scalp and hair a little better and will prevent me from having any kind of buildup on my scalp. So I really love that. So I would, you know, of course, melt my coconut oil in an applicator bottle and just squeeze it throughout the tracks and braids. And yes, it did go through the net. So once I squeeze that throughout the tracks and braids, you know, do a good, you know, scalp massage. And I would normally do like my oiling at nighttime. And what I also would always do is that when I know I was going to go see Micah B in the salon for her to wash my hair, I didn't really care about if my hair got way down this hair, because I was like, well, I'm getting washed anyway. So I always overdo it when it comes to the products, because I'm like, ooh, yeah, let me get it in there, you know. So these are the products that I have been using. I kind of swapped back and forth, but which one did I find myself using just a little bit more, which was the coconut oil. And I would also put it on, you know, my hairline and all of that good stuff. So the next thing I've been questioned about is, what do I moisturize my leave out with? Of course, I use the same thing that I used, you know, when I didn't have an install. I used the ORS Olive Oil Incredibly Rich Oil Moisturizing Hair Lotion, and this is what it looks like. So of course I would just do it as normal, like I would always moisturize and seal my hair, you know, put maybe a dime size and just really get my leave out, because again, I didn't really care if it weighed down my leave out. I'm like, look girl, I'm trying to make sure my hair is moisturized. So I would, you know, use my moisturizing lotion and then seal with coconut oil. I have been just going in with the coconut oil. So coconut oil was my friend. So I would moisturize and seal my leave out. And my leave out areas are in the middle here. I have some small leave out on the sides and in the back. And I would actually do that every night. So yeah, I had to make sure that my hair was moisturized. One of my main concerns when I got this install was wondering, like, am I going to be using more heat on my hair? And I got a couple of comments where people were asking, are you going to be using more heat? You know you're going to be using more heat. And actually, I really didn't. Of course, when Micah would style my hair in the salon and wash it, she would put, you know, a flat iron in it. But that would be the only time that I would have heat in my hair. So once every 2 weeks. And she would actually put very light heat. So it wasn't really hot. You know, she really just did a good job with that. So to maintain like the style of curls that she had in my leave out, I would just pin curl my leave out. So I would use, you know, of course, my large bobby pins to do that. And I do have a video about how I tie my hair up at night when I do have like those curls that she put in my hair. And so on this hair, I also did not use a lot of heat either. I would just maintain the curls with some flexi rods. So I have the purple ones that I've been using. So that's what I do at night. And I would just cover with my hairnet or bonnet or scarf and, you know, just call it a night. So I would, you know, pin curl my hair after I moisturize and seal my hair. So the next thing I know I got questioned about was, how do you wash your hair or maintain your hair underneath if you don't want to go to the salon every 2 weeks? And, you know, I tried it for the first time yesterday just because I wanted to see how I could, you know, do this myself, just in case, hey, if my stylist isn't available that day, or I have an emergency and I need to go somewhere and I need to be refreshed. So I tried it for the first time yesterday. I'm going to show you the products that I used. But what I did do is, because this is indeed my first install, I had to do a lot of research. I needed to, you know, figure out how I wanted to do it, what are the most healthiest ways to do it, and I found a couple of videos that I watched and, you know, took bits and pieces from their regimen and just created my own. So that's basically what anything as far as hair journey or hair care, you can watch other people and gain your own knowledge and kind of piece together what will work for you. So from watching their videos, I discovered a hair washing regimen that worked for me. So I'm going to start with the shampoo that I used. The shampoo that I've used is the shampoo that Micah B does use on my hair when I go visit her in the salon. And it is the Paul Mitchell Tea Tree Lavender Mint Moisturizing Shampoo. And this is what it looks like right here. And it is amazing. Goodness, it's amazing. It feels so good and it smells good. It smells so good. So with this shampoo, beforehand, before I started to, you know, shampoo, I will tell you this step beforehand. I did detangle my hair, well, the install hair with, you know, my dimming brush like this. And then I did detangle my leave out, and I pinned my leave out away like this in the shower with a butterfly clip. So I did do that. So when I proceeded to wash my hair, the prep for the shampoo, because I do have the hairnet on and I want to make sure that my scalp gets shampooed and, you know, all that good stuff. So I poured a little bit of my shampoo in an applicator bottle. So I poured it up to about 1 ounce here, and then I poured some glycerin in here, because I did read a couple of reviews and saw a couple of reviews where people said the tea tree kind of dried their hair out just a little bit. So I wanted to make sure that it stayed moisturized. So I used vegetable glycerin, and I poured that about ½ an ounce above the shampoo that I put in here. And why did I use glycerin? Because vegetable glycerin is a humectant and it's known to pull moisture to your hair. So adding it in a shampoo just made sense to me. And plus, on the directions on this vegetable glycerin, it says you can add it to shampoos and things like that. I got this from Whole Foods, by the way. So I put the shampoo, the glycerin, and then I just put some kind of room temperature water in about another ½ an ounce. So the measurement of my bottle of shampoo was a little bit over the 2 ounce mark. So I wanted it kind of watery and kind of runny, so I could put it through the tracks in it, so it could go through the net as well. And it worked like a miracle, because you want it kind of thin so you can squirt it in there and just really massage, but make sure you don't really go too crazy with the massaging so you won't loosen one of your tracks and be like, "Ooh, girl, your track is slipping." So I did that. I washed my hair about twice, and then, you know, I just put a little bit of shampoo in my hands with the non-diluted shampoo in my hands, and just kind of ran it through the hair, because the hair was definitely way down and it was looking like a hot mess. And I was like, I just can't right now. I need to do something. It was looking really bad and I couldn't go to the salon right then and there. So I will put in the description, hopefully what I said wasn't too confusing, what I did for this shampoo that worked amazing. Oh my goodness, it worked so well for me, and I'm so happy, because the glycerin for this, mixing the glycerin with this shampoo really, like, gave it a real moisturized feel. It didn't feel like really stripped or, you know, really dry. And plus I had already been oiling my scalp with you know, my coconut oil and the African Pride, so it felt really good. So I'm really happy that I decided to mix the glycerin and shampoo. So like I said in the description, this will be down there because girl, it worked wonders. So now as far as conditioning, what did I do? I used the Paul Mitchell Tea Tree Lavender Mint Moisturizing Conditioner, and this is what it looks like. I wanted to, you know, have it match. So that's what I got. And yes, these products are a little bit on the pricey side, but do they work? Yes, they do. They work wonders. I really love it. So I kind of did the same kind of action when it came to shampooing my hair because I wanted to make sure that I got that conditioner onto my braids. So I did once again use my applicator bottle, poured some conditioner in. I poured it up to about like 1 ounce, a little above 1 ounce I believe, because it still has a little stuff in there from yesterday. And I poured a little bit of water in there and kind of shook it up lightly and just squirted it all throughout, you know, my tracks. And yes, it did go through the net, and just kind of massaged it in. Then I put some of this conditioner on my leave out here, and it just feels so good. I am going to do a review about this product, so I'm not going to go too much in detail about what's in this stuff. So just to let you guys know. So yeah, I put that on my leave out and let it sit for about 15 minutes. And I did put some of this conditioner throughout the Brazilian loose wave hair, and it feels so good. It's very soft. It poofed it right back to life because it was looking so bad. It was looking so bad. So I left that on for about 15 minutes. I did only cover my leave out with a plastic cap. I did not do the whole thing because I kind of just stayed in the shower with all the steam and stuff. So I was doing other things in the shower, so that worked out for me. I don't know if I'm going to change my conditioning regimen for that. I don't know if I want to put the cap on the entire head. Feel free to comment below and tell me what you do, because this is kind of like my first experience. So I'm just telling you what I found that works for me for the first trial. I'm sure this is going to change down the line. So yeah, that's what I used to condition with. I believe I forgot to mention in the last clip about the conditioning was when I did put the conditioner on my install hair, I put it on section by section. So I had about 4 sections that I kind of worked the conditioner in, and then I went ahead with my dimming brush and brushed through and detangled through so the conditioner can get fully throughout the hair. Now as far as my conditioner that I diluted to put on my scalp, I went ahead and really massaged it through there as well. So hopefully you guys are following me here, because it's kind of like a little PC. So yeah. Now when I was done conditioning, I of course make sure it was thoroughly rinsed out. You know, I took the extra maybe like 10 minutes to make sure it was really rinsed out, you know, just really massage with my hands. And of course when I was washing my hair, I massage, you know, you do a massaging action, and the same action you would do when, oh, someone's calling me, hold on. So after I was done with all that, I kind of just squeezed all the excess water out of the hair, and then I towel blotted the hair. I didn't want to rub it and tangle it and do all of that, because again, after I was done shampooing and conditioning, I still had my leave out tucked away with this butterfly clip. So my leave out was never mixed in or any of that with my install hair. I always kept it real separate, as well as the back area. So what I did was I actually kind of let it air dry just a little bit, not too much. I went ahead and I took my dimming brush again and I detangled the install hair. Ooh, I didn't mean to comb that. I detangled my install hair, you know, and then just kind of did that. Then I went with my blow dryer, which is by Numi. And here's my blow dryer that is the business, you guys. My goodness, it works so good. It got my hair dry super fast. So I kind of went ahead and just kind of dried the hair a little bit. I did not add any product to this this install hair at all. I just wanted to make sure I dried that. So once it got a little dry, I went ahead and separated my hair track by track. And I put my attachment on from my Numi blow dryer and went ahead and blow dried between each track to make sure each braid was dry, because I wanted to make sure that that got really dry because I didn't want my hair to smell and to be like smelling of like a mildew smell. So going through each track really ensured that I made sure that each track was dry, and plus I didn't want to go to sleep with wet hair either. So that process took me about 30 to 45 minutes just to make sure it was all the way dry. Now, what did I do for my real hair and my leave out hair all around? I did just let that air dry because I didn't want to apply any heat to that area. So I did use, for my leave-in conditioner for my leave out areas, I did use Macadamia Nourishing leave-in cream, and this is a trial size that I got from like an event a couple of years ago. Well, not a couple of years ago, but because if it was a couple of years ago, then it wouldn't be any good. But I used this, girl, and it worked. Okay, it feels so good. I've used this in the past on my, you know, my real hair all over, but I just use it mainly on my leave out hair. So I use the leave-in, and then I went ahead and put some of the Macadamia healing oil treatment on my hair, and I just twisted it up and let it air dry overnight. I did put a little bit of, you know, heat, indirect heat on my leave out just so it could dry a little bit better, because I didn't want to go to sleep with fully wet hair because it is on the cooler months, and I didn't want to go to sleep feeling all cold because my hair was wet. So I did use these two products on my leave outs, the back area here and the sides. So that worked really well. So after those two products were put on, I did go ahead and detangled my leave out with a rake comb, and this one is by Annie that I got from IK House. So I did use my rake comb on my leave out, and you know, of course, if you know from my channel, I always use this comb for everything. So after all that was done, I went to sleep. I just kind of tied my hair up, put it in like a bun, and just put my scarf on and went to sleep. So the next morning, I wanted to go ahead and style my hair because everything was fully dry. My leave out was dry and all that good stuff. So the curls that I got today, I kind of wanted some kind of, you know, somewhat big kind of ringlet kind of curls. I don't know if these are really necessarily ringlets, but I wanted my hair. And I used my Numi Titan 3 wand, and this is the smallest wand here that I used on my hair, and I just went ahead and wanded the hair. It took me about 20 minutes and it worked really wonderful. And to, you know, to finish it off just a little bit to help control some of the frizz that I kind of got, I used like a drop of the Macadamia healing oil treatment and just kind of put it all throughout my hair, but I did not put too much because I don't want to weigh the hair down for it to be all yucky and stuff. So I believe I forgot to mention what did I use on my edges while styling. I did use the Hicks Total Transformation edges, and I've been looking for this forever, guys. So I used it and it worked pretty well for me. I actually like it, and I will have a review on my channel of how I like this product even more further in detail in comparison to other products that I do own. So basically it's like an edge control. So I did use that on my edges and it worked really nice. So that was a lot of information. Hopefully you guys were following me throughout the whole entire video. If not, in the description below, I will put my entire regimen down below because I know it's going to be a lot. And also you can find this on ulovemegz.com for whenever you want to just kind of quickly browse through. And there will be photos of all the products that I use on ulovemegz.com as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.